Good afternoon, friends. I'm Shelly Stackhouse. I'm the pastor here at Buckingham Church, and we are Wednesday at noon, our weekly reading from the Psalms. If you look at the first, 10 or 12 or 15 Psalms in the book of Psalms, you'll find that most of these are indicated to be Psalms of David, and many of them are prayers for deliverance, prayers for help. They are laments at the state of the world. They are asking God to intervene, to be present. This psalm today, Psalm 12, is indeed one of those psalms. And there are two distinct parts to this particular psalm, and that is often true with these psalms, the prayers of deliverance or the prayers of lament. The first part of this psalm is laying out the problem, laying out the issue. And then I'm going to pause before verse 5 because suddenly the speaker changes and we have the psalmist imagining what God would say in response to these worries and these concerns. And then there's an affirmation of faith that follows. In so many of these psalms of lament and prayers of deliverance, there's absolutely an affirmation of faith at the end. It helps to know that our ancestors struggled with some of the same kind of feelings that we struggled with. And one of the gifts for me of the book of Psalms is that we can see that laid out right before us in their prayers. Many of the feelings of fear or anxiety, struggle, a sense of being confronted with enemies of all kinds, or just a loneliness, a fear that God has left us. It was all there then. It continues to be so much a part of so many of our lives. And so we go back to the Psalms and we hold on both to the solidarity that we have with all who struggle. And remember, I've said in the past, often one of the great ways to pray the Psalms is to pray it vicariously on behalf of someone that you can imagine with this same kind of feeling, this same kind of struggle. So, with all that in mind, today we have Psalm 12. Help, O Lord, for there is no longer anyone who is godly. The faithful have disappeared from humankind. They utter lies to each other with flattering lips, and a double heart they speak. May the Lord cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that makes great boasts, those who say, with our tongues we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is our master? Because the poor are despoiled, because the needy groan, I will now rise up, says the Lord. I will place them in the safety for which they long. The promises of the Lord are promises that are pure, silver refined in a furnace on the ground, purified 7 times. You, O Lord, will protect us. You will guard us from this generation forever. On every on every side, the wicked prowl as vileness is exalted among humankind. That last several verses. Because the poor are despoiled, because the needy groan, I will now rise up, says the Lord. I will place them in the safety for which they long. The promises of the Lord are promises that are pure, silver refined in a furnace on the ground, purified 7 times. You, O Lord, will protect us. You will guard us from this generation forever. And yes, it may seem that on every side the wicked prowl, as vileness is exalted among humankind, and yet you, O Lord, will protect us. You will guard us. Your promises are pure. Beloved, may you live into the promises of God in your life in this week. And we hope you'll join us here on Sunday morning at 10 o'clock for worship, or join us in our building or on Zoom, however you want to worship. We'd like to be with you. So may this week be full of a sense of the presence of God in your life.